100% Chelsea. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this post-match, let's say, review where everything's calmed down. We've had the most incredible last 24 hours for the channel itself, and to everyone that's watching, we thank you all so much for the engagement, for sharing it literally everywhere. We got Louis and Daniel here, the two boys of the channel itself. Louis' video obviously went very viral, very viral. And we're obviously going to react to all of that and just show you exactly what we think of it, because this is a video where after the game now, which is Monday evening, so we're looking just 48 hours after it all happened, 450,000 views. Mind-blowing, absolutely mind-blowing. We've hit the 10,000 subscriber marker as well, so thank you all for those who have subscribed, and for those of you who are new, hit that subscribe button if you do want to see much more content just like from the weekend. But Daniel, Louis, as we got to start on the man of the moment, Louis. We have to. We're all a lot more calm.
Yeah,
and we're
definitely.
all a lot more engaged
Definitely.
with exactly what's going on.
I'm not.
There's no more emotion.
Yeah.
Louis, what's your reaction to everything that's happened over this weekend? Your video blew up the internet. Literally blew up the internet.
Well, yeah. First, obviously, I'd like to say thank you. I've had some great support from you lot over the past 48 hours. I won't lie, it has been tough trying to keep up with it all, and trying to keep on top of your life as well. It's a big thing to do. And I would like to say I am capable of being rational, and actually having a decent point of view as well, instead of effing and blinding, which, in the moment, that's how I felt. I can't, I mean, I don't condone some of the effing and blinding. I don't condone it at all. But that's just how I felt in the situation. Yeah, it's so weird. I mean, yesterday I went with my family. We went to Blue Water, and that maybe wasn't the wisest move. But I didn't. When we did the video, I never thought it would hit that. I never thought it would be so massive. I thought, it would be similar to my Palace one,
Yeah.
Just
That's what we all thought, to be fair.
Yeah, we all thought it would just, it would get to our community that follow our channel, and that would be that. But it's just, I won't lie, it's ridiculous. It's mental. I'm just.
It's unreal. It got shared literally by everyone. We're talking all newspapers. We're talking all outlets. We're talking unbelievable, just everywhere. Lad Bible, Uni Lad, Sport Bible, this, that, and the other. Everyone.
And you summed it up perfectly yesterday, Eunice. If you get on Sport Bible, you've made it in life. But or Lad Bible.
Yeah.
But it's absolutely mental.
Yeah.
I mean, I've people who don't even like football saw it, said it was brilliant. Obviously, I've had the few, which it's been not so great, and I understand why. But I understand why they might not like it. That's completely understandable. But that was how I felt in the moment, and it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
It's mental. Just the whole scenario, just everything going around. I would like to point out I'm not. I don't want to be just another Andy Tate or someone like that who is just known for his rants. That is something I want to point out.
No, of course, that's something we have to get out there now. Because there were quite a few comments on the video saying, "Oh, is this guy trying to be Claude? Is he trying to be Andy Tate? Is he?" Honestly, we're a club that's not really used to losing so much anymore, at least. Back in the day when we were shite, right? Those days are gone, and we're a team of winners. For us to go from that to what we've seen recently is going to cause an uproar. It's going to cause people to go a bit angry, people to get upset, people to vent their anger. And losing 3-1 to Southampton isn't the ideal situation. We had a fan who was literally just angry at what he saw and it blew his frustration. It's as simple as that. And at least it was honest. At least it was honest. But as Louis has difficulties and he's about to come back, Dan, what's your he's back now. Dan, what's your view on all of this and everything that's happened?
It's kind of crazy. I mean, you know, I came out the ground, and I was actually standing near Britannia Gate where we filmed the fan cams, and I could see Louis. I could actually hear him, and I looked over and I saw him going on his rant. So I saw it live, as I'm sure some other people did. Knowing Louis for the time I have, you know, we after the event, we went to have some dinner, and you know, I remember sitting there and we both kind of watched the video firsthand, and I watched it, and we were kind of, I'm gonna be honest, we were both laughing at it, because it was not because just the way kind of the video went, I kind of sat there and went, I think this could potentially go viral, but not even I could have imagined what has happened. You know, I thought the Arsenal video was crazy, but this is on a completely different level. And I think, you know, people trying to make out that this is the way Louis is every week, and it's just so wrong. And, you know, I'm happy that Louis took a stand there, because it was the way lots of us were feeling, and I respect. And, you know, it's a very, I guess, kind of open thing we do here on YouTube, you know, to go on and put yourself out there, especially as a Chelsea fan, you know, to do stuff. And I respect Louis for going out there and venting the frustrations, because I think it took a massive stand. And, you know, it whatever people say about it and all of that, I think it's and just what it's done for the channel, you know, the subscribers, the number of the views have just been kind of ridiculous. So I'm happy for Louis personally, because I knew what he went through before that. But I think, you know, just as a channel, it's kind of quite amazing. So it kind of feels a little bit weird, but you know, because really it's just down to one guy at the moment. But you know, I'm happy for him, and I know it's of course we don't want to see Louis do that every week, because that will mean Chelsea keep on losing. But yeah, it was definitely weird. But I think it's fully justified what he did on Saturday, because I think it was the way all of us were feeling. It was, and it was good that someone stood up and represented us. So you know, in whatever way, hopefully it got back to the club in some way.
Yeah, that's what I do hope. There are some parts of it which I'm not particularly proud of, you know, the obvious, like the swearing. But that was, you know, that was my feelings at the time.
Yeah, it was. Again, it's, as I said, it's in the moment, and then when it's in the moment, and you have someone who's filled with just loads of passion, anger, frustration, a hard week, as you've had as well, you just add all that, it's going to explode. And when, as I said, Chelsea, who should be winning at home, who just, you know, just obvious silly mistakes being made, very, very schoolboy error style mistakes, it's really annoying. I wasn't happy, no one was happy, and for someone to come out and say it as it is, and, you know, have a go at those fans as well who left in the 75th minute, it just shows it's the characteristics of a true fan, and this is why this channel exists. It's for true fans. So, you know, Louis, we all thank you for saying it as it is as well, even though it wasn't in the manner that we now, you know, we can now realise, at least. Obviously, what happened in the moment was the moment, but you got the message across, and it won't be like that every week, because hopefully we start winning again. But hey, you know, what's happened has happened, and it's been a mental weekend. So for everyone who's commented, who's shared it, who's watched, who's subscribed, who's just, thank you, because it's been unbelievable. Let's keep this momentum going. But also, quick mention, obviously, I said 10,000 subscribers. We've hit 10,000. How about that?
Wow.
Yeah. Before the rant, we were on 7.5, I think.
Oh my days.
So, cheers, Lou. But, Another quick thing to mention, which has happened today, is obviously there was a lot of criticism around Mourinho, his team selection, his mannerism, what's going on at Chelsea. Is there something behind the scenes? Has he lost the dressing room? Will he get sacked? Chelsea today released a statement, thankfully, saying, you know what, we are backing Jose. He has our full support. He is going nowhere, and we will continue to back him. Your thoughts on that? It's the news we've wanted. Am I right?
Yeah,
Luke?
definitely. Mourinho is the right man to lead Chelsea Football Club forward, definitely. I mean, there is no better man for it. And then what annoys me is when the people are saying, hey, Jurgen Klopp was free. Carlo Ancelotti, was that? Why are you even talking about it? Why?
Yeah.
You shouldn't really even be talking about it. If you think about what is going on with that club, you back them. You back that club.
For sure.
And you know, I'm full of confidence. I've got full confidence in the guy. But obviously, there is something wrong with that dressing room. And obviously, there's something going wrong on the pitch. Like I said, Ivanovic and Fabregas, you're being paid 200k a week.
Yeah.
You're being paid money to play, and some people said, you know, they're putting all their effort in. Well, if that's all their effort, they're clearly not cut out to be Chelsea players. Don't get me wrong, Ivanovic, great servant for Chelsea Football Club. For what he's done for us, you know, last season he was amazing. Season before, consistent, always doing his job. This season, he's fallen off the edge, and I just think it's a case of, you know, he's finally lost his legs, and it's always going. When you're in your 30s, it's always going to happen. Always.
It is.
But it is, you know, it's a big thing, and obviously I feel it's just time to bring Bubba Rahman and Aspilicueta, and you know that transition needs to start sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
Because put it this way, we can't afford to lose to Aston Villa. That would almost be as embarrassing as drawing 2-2 with Newcastle.
That would. Oh, no, don't get that running through my head, please.
Touch wood.
Touch wood. Dan, your view on Chelsea backing Mourinho all the way? What we wanted.
Well, it's the most obvious decision I think the club could have made, to not stand by a manager who won us the league 5 months ago would have been just absolutely ridiculous. Would have left us in a worse position. You know, you have a manager there who's the best in our history. We have to stand by our manager. We have to start doing things that we haven't done as a club recently, which within like the last 10 years, which is stick by a manager through tough times, promote youth. These are things we need to do.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think definitely I was very relieved to see the statement. In my interview, I said that, well, like, I think I was worried that Roman was going to pull the trigger, but I mean, by about Saturday night or maybe even Sunday morning, I think I found out from a footy writer who's got quite good intel within the club, saying that there was support for Jose, and this was really just a official statement. It's the most obvious one. I mean, you know, and that's Jose should be given the chance to fix the problem that he's, and the players as well should be given a chance to fix the problem. I was very, very happy with some news that came out today from the Daily Mail, which we may come on to later, considering a certain player starting in a certain game.
Yeah.
He's just got to be given a chance to fix it, and he definitely deserves criticism. I saw some comments saying, and I want to respond to them now, about me kind of never giving criticism to Jose, which is absolute rubbish, because in that same video I said quite simply the substitutions he made were ridiculous. They still are now. They still don't make any sense. Other than the Ramirez one, Matic, the two other substitutions he should have made on Saturday were Baba Rahman for Ivanovic and Loftus-Cheek for Fabregas. For me, they're the obvious ones he should have made at half-time. You know, he should have made 3 subs at half-time, in my opinion.
True.
Whether that would have changed.
Sorry to cut you off. He did mention about Willian and why he took him off, because he was throwing up at half-time and he was actually sick. So he got ordered by doctor to take him off. But apart from that, which obviously we didn't know. But apart from that, you're right. Matic and whatnot, baffling.
Yeah, Matic going on and then coming off was just that's for me when it sort of I started to worry a bit, because why would Jose do that? I know we're 3-1 down, but no, I still would have taken off Fabregas. You know, it's criminal how Fabregas and Ivanovic stayed on that pitch for 90 minutes on Saturday, and other players didn't. So that's the way I feel about it. But he should be given a chance, and in 2 weeks' time against Aston Villa, that team selection I think is probably one of the most important team selections he's going to make during his time at Chelsea, because I think it's a crucial one and he has to get it right. And the annoying thing is, I think at the moment, is it's how obvious the changes are and how simple the changes are that have to be made, you know, and that's the I guess the frustrating thing at the moment. But he's got 2 weeks to think about it now. That news about Loftus-Cheek today was a good step in the right direction, but
very good.
I don't. There's still other positions that need to be fixed, so we'll have to see.
Of course. I mean, obviously Loftus-Cheek will start. Jose's promised that he will start against Aston Villa, which is great news. It's great news, and it's a change, and it's had to come. In other news, I think Jose Mourinho has been fined, which isn't surprising. Yeah, it's not surprising.
I saw a comment earlier that said Jose Mourinho has been fined. In other news, water's wet.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, we've got bigger problems. If we were top of the league, I'd be going mental right now. But even Mourinho has said, listen, in his interview after the game, he was like, listen, I'm going to be honest, because we're down. We're completely down. And if we're completely down, we can't go any more down. I'm just going to be honest and say it as it is, because I don't care. And he said the FA can fine me, they can punish me, they can do what they want. So he spoke his mind about the refs and for everything. So because of that, he's been fined. But he's a millionaire, he's a multi-millionaire, so I'm sure about 10 grand wouldn't hurt him. It's like 10p to us. So great, let the FA take 10 grand or whatnot. But yeah, so, about that fine, are you guys bothered at all? Or are you just like, yeah, forget this, let's just move on?
Well, in terms of how it could damage us as a club, obviously that's just another thing to pile on, isn't it?
Yeah, well,
Canero, obviously stuff that's been happening with Jose before in the media, how we've been playing. I don't know what to say. It's just all horrible at the minute.
It is.
If I'm honest, the only way is up.
Exactly. Yeah.
You bet you never thought you'd hear me say that, being a pessimist. But you know, the only way is up, and we could definitely start to hit that and definitely start going up. But it's just a case of when. And the time to start would be Aston Villa. That would be the ideal time for us to start going on the up.
Too many weekends have been ruined this season. You know, I don't know if this is the same for you guys, but I know this sounds kind of stupid thinking back at it. But I couldn't I had some sleep on Saturday night, but I was awake in the early mornings of Sunday.
You texted me at 4.
I couldn't stop thinking about how bad we were on Saturday, and it annoyed me. So I went and wrote an article about it, because I was so infuriated by it, and I'm sure most of you. It was absolutely a nightmare on Saturday, and I don't want sitting there. Even though, all three of us, we sat through it because we're Chelsea fans, you know. We didn't leave with 15 minutes to go, you know.
Yeah.
About 25 minutes to go. Some people just point that out.
25 minutes, yeah. I saw some people leaving at 2-1, actually, funny enough. It wasn't 3-1. I saw people leaving at 2-1. And
Big Tom was right. Big Tom was right when he said at the 60th minute. He was right.
Yeah, and that's out
of order.
I don't know. I know the performance was bad, but that was for me just the worst thing, and it made the day even worse for me. Was just seeing people storming out, and that was the horrible thing about it. And I said it on Twitter, I'll say it again. You're a supporter, not a spectator. That's what you should remember when you go to Chelsea. You're there to support, and everyone who calls Chelsea fans plastic, those are the same people who get annoyed. But doing stuff like that will not help your situation. It just won't. And me and Louis and you, I was there full time singing for the club because I love it, and I don't want to experience a day like that again because it was just so painful and so depressing. And you know, it's a new low. But I mean, we've said here before. I think after the Everton game, we were sat here saying it can't get any lower than this, and you know, it has. You know, and like that's the worrying factor about it. The only thing I can think is Aston Villa are a worse team than us this season. You know,
Yeah,
and
finally get to play someone below us.
That's the thing about it. I'm sick and tired of hearing about, and the players will come out and say we deserve to give a good performance to the fans. I really don't care what they say in the media. Just go out and do it on the pitch.
True.
You know, I'm sick and tired of hearing these pieces in the media about players coming out and telling me that, oh, they're going to do this, they're going to do that. Oh, we're so sorry for the fans who are brilliant on Saturday. Just go out there and do it against Aston Villa. You know, show it to me on the pitch. Don't. That's why I go back to it. That's why certain players have got to be dropped and certain players have got to be brought in, because that's a massive factor for me of changing the way we play.
True. Well, I mean, obviously, as Louis said as well, the only way is up. Right now, the only way is up. A point I want to make, obviously, about the fans is let's all get behind the team. Let's all get behind Jose. Remember, a lot of people forget. When we were winning, no one had a problem at all with Jose Mourinho. No one said, you know, he could go 1 foot wrong. But now he's come back as a fan. I mean, where can you find the best manager in the world who supports your club running your team? Unheard of. We have it, so let's use it and let's keep him. You know, let's keep him through thick or thin. We know he loves Chelsea to bits, and you know, we're so happy to have him back. Let's all work together, both as manager, as players, as fans, as a club together. We were shy at one point. It looks like we're back to that stage temporarily. So to get out of it, we all need to stick together. So let's, you know, blue is always a colour, and we are a massive family. Let's keep it that way. But there we are. I mean, for all of you who are watching, thank you so much. Again, massive congrats and thanks to Louis on your epic viral video that blew up the world. And same for Daniel. Also check Daniel's video out from the weekend, which is on what, like 15,000, I think. You see, like for us, that's like, oh wow, you know. But it's just been overshadowed.
There's no point trying to pick it up. I'm just going to say now, go and watch Louis' video again. Don't try and pick it up.
To me, Daniel, you're just nothing to me. It's
it's like, no, but I know I did. I was getting a lot of hate in the comments because I justified Chelsea players cheating. So, you know, is that something to go and watch? But, you know, well, I don't know.
To be fair, check out all the videos from the weekend if you haven't seen them already. There's loads of fan cams there, including the 2 from Daniel and the big one from Louis. But there we are. Also, thank you all for 10,000 subs. It's only the beginning. Can't believe we've hit it this fast. We didn't expect that. So thank you all so much for those who have subbed. For those who haven't, press the subscribe button if you want to see more to do with Chelsea Football Club and epic fans just like all of us over here. Follow all these guys on Twitter and check out Daniel at Son of Chelsea and his YouTube Son of Chelsea. Louis is at Louis the Boogaloo.
And
so
I have
be
a
sure
channel
to check them out. And yes, and he has a channel coming out soon. So be sure to check that out when it does. We will let you know when it does come out. So we're very excited about that. Very excited. You get to have Louis, you know, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on your screens. so yeah, that's something to look forward to. Check out all the 100% Chelsea social media links in the description below. Thank you all for watching, and we shall all see you really soon. So again, thank you all for the subs, for the comments, for the engagement, and you guys can sign off and say goodbye. Take care, guys.
Cheers, guys. See you later. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for the support.